Hello students, Professor Vera here to show you how to find sources for your argument essay. You'll start by going to either Blackboard or the My Try C space, and you'll see a library tab at the top, kind of in the middle. When you open the library tab, you'll notice a section that says Guides. And right now it's on Recent, but if you put that onto Featured and click on Featured, the second one here, English, is the one where we want to go. So I'll click on that English database. And now what this has is actually a collection of places to find sources, databases. The one we're going to use is called Opposing Viewpoints in Context. And by using this database, you will be able to find all of your sources for the essay. They will all be reliable sources and appropriate for academic use. You'll see you have many choices in different categories. So you can choose one from this front page, or if you don't see an option that you're interested in, you can click View All in one of the categories. Or you can search for a topic that you already are interested in by typing it in here and clicking on the magnifying glass, which is the search. For class today, I'm going to use the hybrid and electric cars as an example. This is a new database, and so it will have very recent sources. On each page, you'll first see an overview. So the overview is here. A short excerpt is included, but if I want to see the whole thing, I click on View More. And then I'll see the entire source. So I can read this and use this information if I'm writing an essay. You will then, when you're done, at the bottom of the page, see a source citation. And there are two things you can use from this. First of all, anytime that you use information from the source in your essay, you need to include an in-text citation. So for this source, you're going to put this information right here in parentheses at the end of the sentence where you have used the source. And this is true whether you use an exact quote, whether you put it in your own words, or simply choose a detail to use. Afterwards, you will put in parentheses, quotation, hybrid and electric cars, quotation, parenthesis, and the period after that. The reason is that there's no specific author listed here, and so the first thing that you see in the Works Cited entry is the title. The second thing that you use this for is to copy and paste onto a Works Cited page. So I'm going to highlight and right-click on that, choose Copy, and then I'm going to open up a Word document where I already have one source listed. And you'll see this source starts with a P. This is one of the viewpoints on this page. And I know that this second source starts with an H, so it's going to go before this one because they go in alphabetical order. So I will paste this QuickTime Player is in the way. There we go. Edit, paste. Alright. So I need to fix the margins and the spacing. So I'm going to double space this, and I'm going to make it have a hanging indent. When you're formatting your works cited page, you want to be sure all these numbers here are 0 on paragraph formatting, and under special for indents you can choose hanging. Alright. Still showing. For some reason this one is indented more. So there. Now I have my works cited entries included for 2 sources. And I can minimize this and keep it ready to use for another source from this page. So I'll go back to the page here and show you all the different things that you have to choose from for sources. We just looked at the overview. There are also viewpoints which will argue a position, such as the government should subsidize electric cars. It will also show you the opposite, opposing viewpoint. The government should not subsidize electric cars. Both sources could be helpful no matter which viewpoint you are taking. You will also see some academic journals. These are written by scientists on the topics that are covered on the page. There are audio sources, which are from radio shows. There are photos and other images, videos, reference works, and magazine articles, as well as news articles, generally from newspapers. So you'll see quite a variety of sources, and they're all here for you to choose from. So you don't need to use any Google sources. Just choose from the sources that are presented on the opposing viewpoints page. So if I wanted to look at this USA Today news article, again, like with the overview, I'll click on the title, and the page is showing me that newspaper article. So I can read the article, get information from it, and I can also use this citation on my works cited page. So I'll copy and paste that. And then because this is written by an author, and we know who the author is, I can see here that in my in-text citation, I will use the author's last name, Lomborg. That's all I need to put in there because I do not have page numbers listed on this site. So instead of the title, like I used for the first source I showed you, I'm going to use the author's last name. Whatever comes first in this source citation. So here I see the last name. I'm going to put that in my in-text citation because it's like a cross-reference system. Somebody can see that last name and scroll down the works cited page with their eyes and find it. So again, I will go back, and this source will come before the Perry source. I need to double space it and give it a hanging indent. Now you may have a different version of Microsoft Word that you're using. I'm using Word for Mac. So if you're using a Campus version, the 2010 or 13, there will be a word that says paragraph right about here with a little square next to it, and you'll click on the square, and that's where you'll find a hanging indent. So just to review, by going to opposing viewpoints in context, you can find all of the sources that you need for your argument essay. You have a variety of choices, whether it's news articles, reference works, which will give you a definition or some background, magazine articles, or websites. You have many choices here, and each one will include information about how to document the source on your works cited page. And once you have that, you'll know how to use the in-text citations, because whatever comes first in the in-text citation, whether it's the title or the author's last name, that's what you'll put in parentheses anytime you use the source. So, good luck, and I will close this video off and look forward to hearing from you by email if you have any questions on this information. Thank you. Bye-bye.